Went from the 115 degree weather to this. Sunny California. Unpredictable. Got my stuff set up, heading out to do a 800 square foot wax removal and screen and ring coat for some hardwood floors. Got the Vibe in there, got the Namco, and see when we get there.
Be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright.
Alright, so we're here. Already did a walkthrough of this place on a previous video, so this is kind of part 2 of it. There's wax, but it's not a lot. It's a light layer of wax, but there is wax. Did a spot test. There it is, still there. Acrylic wax test that you can get from Basic Coatings. And she's going in and sweeping up everything in the corners, getting them all out. So we're gonna clean all that, sweep, and vacuum if we need to. We've got so old floors, but when we're done, they're gonna look a whole heck of a lot better. As you can see, there's like scratches, but a lot of those scratches are not in the wood itself, just in the top polyurethane or wax that's been applied on there by people living in it. Oops. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do a wax removal. We're gonna do something a little different than what everybody's used to. And I believe it's possible in this job. But I did bring a backup. So I need to actually do the most popular way of stripping this wax off. I'll do that. But I think what I'm gonna do is gonna work just fine. Stay tuned. You can see, yeah, it looks really bad. All right, so if you've seen my other videos, you probably see me using what's called an SPP pad. This one's by 3M. This one, from research, is the best quality SPP pad. So if you're looking for SPP pads, 3M's probably the best that I can find so far. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the wax with the stripping pad. It's not a stripping pad, I'm sorry. Surface preparation pad. The way this thing is woven, it doesn't leave any marks, any wear patterns. A lot of people are moving away from screens because of the issues that you can actually damage the floor, you know, if your technique's not good. And you can often have somewhat patterns in there from the screen. So a lot of people are moving away from screens and calling it, you know, kind of the dinosaur ages, right? People that have been doing this stuff for 40 years plus are moving away from screens. But anyway, these things are also, if you think about it, if you're using a square scrub and like a gymnasium, you're taking off that wax, this is what people are using. Wyoming floor, Hardwood, he's got a YouTube channel, really great guy. Anyway, he transitioned from screen and recoat to clean and recoat. So as you can tell, I'm not using any screens, so it's gonna be a clean. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna go and get all this wax off with this product, and I don't need to use stripper. What I'm gonna be using is just neutral cleaner. So you can use water or neutral cleaner. So I'm gonna see how well this works. I think it's gonna work well because the layer of wax isn't so thick on here. And I'm sure there's situations, you know, when there's thicker wax, you may have to do the traditional or the popular way of doing it right now. Using a stripper and agitating and picking it up. But we're gonna go ahead and try this out. I'm gonna be your test dummy, so stay tuned. You remember how bad that area was? Look at it now. All those scratches, those fine scratches, look like scratches, are gone. Eliminated with the removing that acrylic wax, plus abrading and eliminating the top coat of any polyurethane. So if there was no polyurethane, and I think it was just totally worn off in most places in this house, so we're, you know, down to the wood. So when we put that finish on there, I'm using water-based, it's gonna look amazing. And look at that, man, looking good so far. So what I'm gonna do on the areas heaviest hit, you know, with the acrylic wax, like over here, when I'm done, before I do any application or move forward, I'm gonna make sure that that wax is gone by doing another acrylic wax test on it. See if there's any difference. So this is the Vibe. This has got an orbiting motion. So you can use a rotary machine, 175. Turns at 175 minutes rotations per minute. That's what, you know, that's what it's all about, the 175. Or orbiting machine. Well, this particular machine, the passes over it is at least 3 times more than a 175. So this is going to save you a lot of time. I got this one from Cap store. Link below if you want to get one of these particular ones. But there's a lot of different orbiting machines out there. This one's, I also got the weights on here too. So this is meant for doing hard floors and commercial carpets. So you can take the weights off for like residential and stuff. But wow, look at that. Amazing. All right, so this is dustless method of screen and reclip coat. Although it's not screen. But what you want to do is just kind of spray what I did ahead of yourself. Not too wet. They recommend wet, but I have used this pad dry also. But it kind of leaves too much dust. So the moisture keeps it from dusting out the place. And you know, when I'm done doing this whole area, Brenda will follow me with the Namco. I'll put some neutral cleaner in there and just kind of go over, pick everything up, prep it out. You wait 30 seconds for this, and then you'll wipe it off. If you see a contrast there, it's got wax on it. Acrylic wax. You can order this from Basic Coatings. Nope, we're good. Neutral cleaner in there. And what I'm going to do before we apply the polyurethane, I'm going to do a wet mop or damp mop just to make sure there's nothing there. Where'd the wax go? Look at the difference. A lot of these scratches that I thought may not come up, coming up so easy. The industry's gonna hate me after this one. I'm just making things so easy for everybody. And I'm your crash dummy. Luckily this one's working out fine. So I do a lot of studying before I make a video and actually publish it, right? And I've studied on this hardwood floor. And the reason why I don't do a lot of hardwood floor videos is because it's more of a carpet cleaning channel. I mean, it's everything, right? Because I do a lot of tile. But I still don't want to forget my base fan, or my base, I guess fans are subscribers that, you know, they're getting into the carpet cleaning industry. I want to stay focused on that also. But in turn, you know, showing what you can do. Like a lot of people are starting VLM, right? So they're going there and getting themselves a 175 or orbiting machine. Well, guess what? Since you got one of those, you can get into hardwood floor cleaning too, guys. Wax removal is a huge thing right now, all over social media. And I don't love it, and I turn down more jobs than I accept in hardwood floor cleaning because of that. Because I'm always trying to find something. There's got to be something better. There's got to be something easier than just slipping all over the place. And yeah, it's a pain in the butt. I've had a few. Did not like it. Even though I'm charging well for it, it's just, to me, it was very tough. So I was waiting to get one of those tornado machines before I really started accepting more wax removal jobs. But all my study and all my research, I'm convinced, I was convinced that this is gonna work. For wax removal. These pads are meant, it's called surface preparation pads. So it's prepping, whether you're doing gymnasium floors or residential, it's prepping the floor. That way it can accept your finish. I think I did enough talking. Get through this. I guess you're probably wondering how I'm gonna do these stairs. Well, I'm all right. There's a Ryobi right here. I usually use this just for doing VLM for stairs and stuff like that. But also this, so let's cut that down. Gotta push down on it because it doesn't really have a good abrasion for this to kind of stick to. But you gotta push down on it anyway just to get that pressure. And it works out well. Let's see if I can use one hand. Not easy, but you're using two hands pushing down. Center of the pad. So luckily, if you notice you're a carpet cleaner, you'll notice that people they'll vacuum the whole place, but the stairs are the last place to get to, right? So kind of same with hard floors, right? So people take care of the main area, but don't really pay too much attention to the stairs. Well, in this case, that's good because what they were putting on the living areas, they weren't touching with they weren't touching the stairs with it. So that's great. So all we're doing really is just kind of doing a clean and an abrasion for the finish. All right, so we're doing kind of a damp mop all around the corners and all through the house. They call it cacking it. At the same time, we're picking up anything that may have been left behind or any residue or anything like that. Ooh, almost looks like it's got a finish on it right now. All right, ready for putting the finish on there. Looks great. Amazing compared to, I mean, even like this looks better, even though I don't got a finish on it. All right, so that's the first coat. We're gonna let this dry about a half hour or so, and then we're gonna put another coat on there. But wow, it looks like a total different house, huh? It's brand new. some older floor, but
Think I finally found a better way. 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 Think I finally found a better way.